I know my hair is all kind of fun right now. Shut up. Um, yeah, woke up not long ago. So last night I finished the second season of Demon Lord Retry, which is Demon Lord Retry R. First of all, I don't know what the fuck the R stands for. Okay, so I'm happy we got another season because it wasn't my most favorite anime, but it was super cringy. But I kind of like it enough that I wanted more. So a couple things you need to know going in, if you've seen the first season, like the original. Also remember, I have not seen the source material. I've just seen the first season of the anime, and then now the second season, which is kind of like a reboot. They changed the art style, which took a little getting used to, because in like I was like, what is it that was like bothering me about the art style? Why is it so like weird for me? And it's because he like I'm just talking about the main character Kunai, or the Demon Lord. He goes from like very tall and kind of like that thin muscular build to very like he feels like he's gotten more buff and more square somehow, especially like his chin feels like square. So that took a little getting used to. And then there are things that are confused the fuck out of me. Some characters I couldn't even recognize because not only the art style, but like just their general art. Just, like I said, I don't know about the source material, but the best example of this where like I could not figure out who the fuck it was until I saw a character next to them, and I was like, "That's who." Was Killer Queen. I love Killer Queen, and don't get me wrong, her new design is cute, but it's so vastly different. I had no idea who the fuck it was until I saw Fuji next to her. I was like, "Is that fucking Queen? What did you do to my Queen?" I loved Queen. She was crazy. So yeah, there's that, and then it must be my mom getting up. But yeah, so there's the art style change. The colors feel more vivid as well. The animation in the first series, especially rewatching it, good god damn, I don't remember it being that bad and cringy. And they've definitely gotten better with like fights and stuff. There's still a couple moments where it's like it feels a little weird the way they move around. Another thing that I wasn't a huge fan of is there's always like background music in anime and that kind of thing, which is fine. But there are a couple of scenes where the music it feels so fucking loud. Like I feel like I want to turn up the TV to hear their voices better, but the music is always so fucking loud in the background. Like it's obnoxious. So very obnoxious. Be on the word for that. Um, so if I had to pick, I definitely prefer the first season's art style more, and I definitely prefer Killer Queen's art style from the first season more. It is so drastically different. Like she had a pretty unique face among the cast. Now she's just another cutesy girl. Which don't get me wrong, she's adorable, but like so vastly different. You will have no idea it's fucking her until she starts talking, or you see like Fuji next to her, and then it's like, oh, what are you doing, crack cat? Ma'am. The weirdest little child. I love her, but good god, my cat's crazy. I love when cats jump about they do that like superhero pose. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like a superhero, they jump off the building, they land, and they freeze. Like this reminds me of that being Bat Cat. That's what I call her when I come out into the hallway and she's like sitting on the chair, like just very statue. And I'm like, are you being Bat Cat? When Batman surveys the town from the skyscraper. Anyway, so yeah, now they get some of the nitpicks out of the way. They also changed some of the colors, like God damn, they have such horrible names on this show, but I love it. There's a character I shit you not called Shrimp Fry Butterfly. It was a butterfly. Either way, horrible. Her and her sister have different hair colors. Like we never met her sister, but like there are like little, you know how there's like a break between anime where they're like a commercial break or something like halfway through the thing, and sometimes they'll do like information cards. That's the only time we see her sister, which is Oyster Fry. And in this one, Well, in that one, her hair was like a bluish black, and then Madam's was just what they call shrimp fry, butter fry. Good God, their names are so horrible. Um, and this one, her hair is I think her hair was like a dark brown in the first season, and this one it's like an orange, which like she looks good with, but like that like a lot of colors are swapped. And then there's like Zero. They completely changed his look. He almost looked like older. Like they made him look like he was in mid-30s. I was very confused. It kind of grew on me, but like I still prefer Zero's art style. The first season, I could never get used to Kunai's. Our main character, I could never. Every time I see him, I was like, he's square. Minecraft square. Steve from Minecraft, very square. So I could. That's my first thought. Square, square, bus square. Every time he came on screen, I would just. Anyway. So there's some color swapping, martial arts. Yes, there's a character called martial arts. I swear to God. He had like gray. Was it either dark? Was it gray hair or was it like dark brown? Like I literally just rewatched the first season and I already am. Bleh. Yeah, he looks younger, and also they changed his hair color, so it's like blonde now. Again, he doesn't look bad, but again, it's like, who the fuck is? Wait, that's him? Like it was a lot of that. A nice thing that they added, but like I like it, but I also was like, I'm not a fan of it. Just in general, is during the first season you kind of get like a 2-minute quick thing of kind of like if you watched Overlord, where Ainz is like he's talking about how he misses. He doesn't like the game shutting down. He's sad about it, and then all of a sudden he's transferred in. Like that's what they do in the first season of GrinningLolita Retry. It is very quick. The second season, however, we get the mundane office shit to some degree, which I kind of like because we get more context for Kunai, but at the same time, again, they also changed his art style. So I think in the first one he had like medium brown hair, and then this one his hair is like a black almost. So that was a little confusing. But yeah, we get like more detail, and I don't know if it's just that I'm dumb, but it's like, you know, sometimes they force feed you things or they like leave it for you to like figure out, and sometimes it can be a very difficult balance. I feel like it was obvious enough I should get it, but at the same time, like it's like they it's kind of like they're drip feeding you, but not. Like I don't know what it is. It's like neither too much information or explaining it thoroughly. So it's just like it kind of feels like ooh Zoom, but like they're not doing it right. I'm very confused. So I didn't like the way they did that. Also, like the first 2 episodes are mainly like kind of like that office shit, which again gives us more context that was not in the first season, which is for those who haven't read the source material like me, that's kind of cool, I guess. But at the same time, like I love isekai where they get right into the isekai. So I'm like, God damn it. And yeah. So there are a couple things I like, a couple things I didn't like. Like Organ and Mink didn't really have any roles in the first season. They were introduced and that was about it really. And then in the second season, Organ has a bigger role, which I kind of thought was cool. So plot wise, I feel like we got more plot in this one and more battle scenes, but there are also things I really didn't like or just threw me off. So this is probably like my biggest gripe with just any anime in general, but especially what they did in this one. Oh, wait, hold on. There's one more thing I need to talk about. Okay. Also, it's just like the way they talk. Like it's more gag comedy-y, which can suit it in some instances in the show, and other times it's just very, like you can tell they're trying to be the gag, and like you know they are, and it's almost obnoxious. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just very like once I think it landed, and like every other time it was just like boom, boom, like they're trying to make it very obvious to you, and it's just stupid. And like, yes, there were tsundere characters, but it feels like they went extra tsundere as well. I don't, Luna, for an example. And there was like a running joke of like her calling him a pervert in the first season. This one somehow it's even more obnoxious the way she does it. And then now we'll get to the biggest gripe of the show for me. Okay, I need to state this right away. I am not a prude. I am not a prude. I've watched plenty of hentai. I am also a pervert to some extent. That's fine. But there are a couple things I'm not interested in. First off, I don't mind fan service, but there are certain times I don't want to see fan service. One is quite obviously if they're underage, you're disgusting if you do that. And in this one, like, you know, there's this scene, like every anime, I feel like these days had like a bath scene, and then they have the ones where like they're trying to be super fan servicey, and they're the ones where it's kind of like they're in the bath, like there's like you can't really see anything. It's kind of just like they're in a location. I prefer like that, where like they're not trying to be fan servicey, they're just kind of in a location. Does that make sense? Where like they just happen to be the bathhouse. They're not trying to do fan service. You're not going to see anything. It's not meant to stimulate you. They're just, that's kind of the environment they're in at the moment. And then there's times where it's fan servicey. Again, I don't mind fan service as long as it's not super obnoxious and the characters are of age. There's more fan service in this one, and a lot of it is they're underage. There's one like right away. I think it was like right in the second or third episode. It was so blatant. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Come on. Like, how old is fucking Luna? And it's this, like, and like, she's getting undressed, and then they zoom in on her pulling her panties down. And I'm just like, also, like I said, aside from the very obvious, like, she's underage, it's not even like like, I don't mind if they're what was I gonna say? My brain completely just oh god, that scene still, it really creeped me out. It almost made me want to turn it off immediately, because I was like, are you kidding me? That's absolutely disgusting. Like, it's already disgusting because, again, underage, but just the blatant zoom in, like, you already made it bad and then you just fucking made it worse. Really? Whoever thought that was a good idea, absolutely disgusting. Fuck you. Like I said, I don't mind fan service, but again, of age, time and place. She's not of age. No reason for her to be fan service there. Come on. Just because she's in bath scene. Also, what is like with the fucking trend of every time why is there always some girl that wants to feel another girl up in the bathhouse? I get it. Girl and girl is hot. You know it's not hot when they're underage. You know it's not hot when it's quite clear one of them not really into it. Like, it's one thing if like they're interested in each other, they're of age, nothing serious is going on in the background. I'm just like, why are you trying to make manhandling of someone who's quite clearly not okay with this? Well, at least a little put off by it. You can obviously tell by the character. But they're getting manhandled by someone and no one stops them. And they're like, haha, it's so cute, it's fans of it. No, again, fuck you, I hate that trope so much, so disgusting. Not okay. If you want to fan service the shit out of something, they need to be of age. And also, like, can we get a warning? Because like I said, I don't mind, I don't care, but you know it's not fun? You're like, hey, I really like this anime, and like, we're recommending it to someone, and then you forget that shit. And you're like, oh god, please no, please no, please no. Which is why I don't recommend shit to anybody. And if there is something in there, I'm like, hey, just so you know, there is this. So they can go, okay. You know. So yeah. I didn't hate the season, but like, I hated the use of fan service. It just, the way they did it was absolutely just disgusting and weird, and like, why? Oh yeah, like a time and place is what I was saying, is like it's one thing if they're trying to like initiate like an intimate moment or something, and again, of age, but it's just like randomly out of the fucking blue, stupid. And there was a moment, I don't remember what it was specifically, but it kind of reminded me of, I think I never finished the anime, where it was like I think it's also on Crunchyroll. There's a lot of fan service on that one too, where it was, I think it was like, God damn, what was the name? Something about mom and like, it was like, he doesn't get powers, but his mom does. And something about multi attacks. Was that, I can't remember the name. Maybe you'll know it. There's a lot of fan service there, and one of the things is like there's actually a serious moment with an underage kid talking to another underage kid, I believe, on a hill. And even if she was underage, if she wasn't underage, which I'm pretty sure she is, the angle just is weird looking. But like I can't remember what they're talking about, but it's like a serious topic. So in other words, fan service should not be in this moment. It'd be incredibly disrespectful if it was, and that's what they fucking do. And it's on the hill, and the way they like pan up on the hill. First of all, again, forgetting all the like obvious shit, like she's underage and is inappropriately timed. It looks just weird. Like maybe it wouldn't look as weird if we were doing like a top-down view of like their way. Like maybe it would look normal. Like the way she's like sitting on the hill looks fucking weird, and it looks like she's there sitting that way at the angle strictly for a panty shot. And that's what it reminded me of. I'm just like, oh god damn it. So yeah, overall thoughts. I liked getting more info. I like seeing stuff that was not in the first season. So even though you kind of get like a rehash of what happened during the first season, it doesn't quite feel like you are, which is kind of nice, but at the same time, like I said, it's one of those things where like if you wanted more information about the character beforehand, that's good. But if you're like me and you want to get right to the isekai, you're gonna have to deal with a little bit more information at the start. Also, there were a couple things that were like really fucking confusing. Like when they finally get to the thing, he's like in the bath, but at the end of this first season, he's like already leaving for another place. And they eventually get to that place, but like there's a lot of things that like are just confusing and feel very like out of place, and just yeah. The biggest worry is like the shitty fan service in this one especially. So yeah, I didn't hate it. And towards the end, I started liking the plot a little bit more. I feel like during the first season, we get more like him doing like fetch quests, and here it feels like we're getting like a few more like mini boss type of things. Does that make sense? Like I feel like there's more fights in this the second season, but yeah, it's on Crunchyroll if you don't want to watch it. But again, just beware, the fan service is very not okay. It's I don't think it's the worst I've ever seen, but it does feel very blatant and like why the fuck we didn't need that. Like come on, like I'm not a prude, but come on. So yeah, just be warned of that. I think that's all I wanted to say about this. I do want another season, and like I said, the art style does take a while to get used to, but yeah, it's fine. Anyway, yeah. Well, let's get the episode. Like, comment, subscribe, share, reason, bye.